Welcome back, Desmond. You'll be happy to hear there's actually good news for once.
Yeah?
I've managed to locate a power source, and it's relatively close by. Up for a trip to Manhattan?
Is it safe to leave? Abstergo's gotta be looking for us.
Obviously, it's not safe. Can't exactly sit around here hoping to get lucky, though, can we? We need that power source. Besides, I'm sure you can cook up some way to hide our movements.
Maybe. The Templars have access to all kinds of satellites and camera systems. We'll need to find a way to mask our digital signature. I can probably camouflage the van, too. But there's not much I can do for us.
That's an easy one.
Local utility companies have assured the public that they're completely prepared for the upcoming solar maximum. Disruptions to service are expected to be minimal.
If only they knew.
What's this?
A remote-operated camera. It'll provide us with a feed while you're on mission. This will let us talk to each other.
We're almost there, so listen up. The artifact is in an office penthouse in Lower Manhattan. At this time of night, direct infiltration is going to get you noticed. I think we're better off having you drop in from above.
What do you mean, above? Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Yep, read you just fine. Now why don't you power up the camera? I've got pictures. Running diagnostics. Perfect. I've got a nice, strong signal. Just a heads up, there's no elevator access from here on out. You'll have to get up there the old-fashioned way.
My speciality. Let's do this, ladies and gents. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna call these videos. I'm gonna say this is I think I'll use it sequence 6, maybe Desmond's Interlude or something like that, because I'm really not sure if it's part of sequence 6. So I guess we'll find out. Alright, where are we going? This is sweet.
Oh, no, hold still. That's a lovely view.
Seriously, Sean? Fuck you.
Okay, where am I going? I'm guessing over there. Or maybe not. To the top. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. Little AC/DC. Ooh. Oh, just wow. Could you imagine if the Spider-Man game, I mean, granted it doesn't look like completely amazing, but Amazing Spider-Man game that I played, which so many of you guys watched. I thank you so much for that. It looked great, and this actually looks really good too. Could you imagine being Spider-Man with the skyline that looks like this? I mean, that would be just amazing. One day on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox 720. Alright, going up. Nope. There we go. How nice of these people to make sure that we had things to climb on. Man, these buildings, guys, they're really so nice.
Jesus.
Look on the bright side. No security to worry about.
That's a
And on the
good
not
thing.
so bright side, the slightest misstep means you're effectively paced.
Shut up, Sean.
Well, I'm gonna try not to misstep then. Alright, where am I going? I'm going up. Oh, he's got some of Connor's abilities. Alright, so where are we going? Obviously right there. Sheesh.
Almost there, Desmond. Once you reach the top of the lit-up crane, you should be high enough to make the jump.
Should?
It'll be fine, don't worry.
Well, you might want to worry a little. I'm pretty sure she was high when she was running the numbers.
Sean!
A joke. It was a joke. Or was it?
I love the banter between these guys. It's just great. And I still don't... I'm not sure how I feel about this being Desmond's last story. I wish he had his own game. I would love for there to be like a New York setting just as an open playground for the last game, you know? Or for Desmond's last story. Holy crap.
Jump when you're ready, but wait for my signal to open the chute. Timing's really important here. Too soon or too late and you'll miss the building.
Alright, so I'm not sure which button that we're going to need to press whenever we do the... So here we go.
Now, open your chute.
Okay, I guess the A button is it. Nice and easy. We're gonna land right center mass. Part of the Golden Knights.
That wasn't so bad.
So, you must be Desmond. Not exactly what I expected, but I guess your kind doesn't have many options these days.
Who are you?
Ask your father. Now give me that.
I don't think so.
Look, I'm not supposed to kill you, but the boss man didn't say anything about fucking you up. So you've got to the counter.
What an idiot.
So who the hell is Daniel Cross?
Believe it or not, he used to be an assassin. The assassin, the way I've heard it told, but it turned out he was a sleeper agent for Abstergo, programmed to infiltrate and destroy the organization.
How did he know you were there? We could be compromised.
They must have caught me snooping inside their network and sent Cross to see what we were after. If they were aware of our current location, we'd know. Though, I will say this. Doesn't bode very well for future expeditions.
I've set up some cameras topside. If anyone shows up, we'll see it.
I'd suggest you go see about finding a socket for that power source. Or we can return to Connor if you prefer. All the artifacts in the world won't mean a thing without the key.
Alright, so since that was a short one, we're just going to keep on continuing as Desmond here for a little while and find this other source. I also heard because I do watch the videos and I do look at the comments, that there's another, CG movie or whatever where you learn a little bit more information and stuff, and I think it had something to do with up here. It looks like there would be a source. As you can see, she's even standing right there, so I think I know where we're going. Whoa, it's a big jump. I love the leap of faith in this game. It's so great. Alright, so we need to figure out how we're going to get up there. That looks like the best way. We've already done this one. Alright, so... Oh, looks like there's stairs over here. I didn't even notice these before. It's too far away. Okay. So I know it might be obvious to you guys how to get out there, but I'm gonna take my time and figure this out. Obviously I can't just jump. Alright, so Carrie says if I would have looked to my right, I would have found it. So let's see if she's right. Alright. So where, Carrie? Turn right?
Or left, sorry.
Left. You're saying up here?
Look, right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. Look at this. Carrie is my hero. Nope. No, not there. Alright. See, sometimes every man needs a woman to lead the way. I can admit that.
If we could not meet the sun's cruel embrace, perhaps we might rebuke it. Already we could generate the fields to protect us in times of strife. But these were small and simple things. To replicate them on a scale the size of a world, we lack the energy to make it so. Half the world, they said then. It is better than none at all. We tried. Again, we failed. A quarter, they asked. Even this we could not do. A sixth, an eighth, a tenth, they cried. The answer was still the same. Perhaps in time a city might be spared. But it was time we did not have. So we moved on.
Well, obviously, if they keep moving on, they're going to run out of time for anything. It's kind of like they're shooting themselves in the foot.
Wonder what's inside.
Only one way to find out.
Alright, looks like we got a new way, too. A new door is open. Alright, so if a new door is open, that means we also have probably a new cutscene to do. But I'm kind of liking the fact that I view one of those cutscenes whenever I interrupt a power source. So we're not going to move on. I'm going to take a look, I think. But as far as when I get up there, hopefully I won't see that cutscene. I just want to make sure that it is a kind of... Well, shit.
What is a fact? Is it fixed? Immutable? certain in its existence and only awaiting discovery? Or might it be changed? Here we learned the answer, and thought that it might save us. They were used to command, to control, to own. But we soon discovered another use. When enough sat in thrall and were told to believe, their thoughts took on form. What was imagined became real. If 100 minds could wish away a wall or create a tree, what might 1,000 do? 10,000? More? Might we change the consensus and will the threat away? We resolved to send one into the sky where it might illuminate us all. Once placed, a sentence would be uttered. Make us safe. In this way, we would change the consensus. We would save the world. But it never came to be. We sent a dozen of them skyward, but there was no way to maintain control, to direct the beam, to enthrall the world, to speak the words. Though this was strange and dangerous, what we tried next was worse.
Alright, so I'm going to leave that on a cliffhanger, and we're going to wait until we obviously find another power source. As you can see, there is another one up there, which we don't have the power source for it yet, and she's up there waiting. So once we have that power source, we're going to go in there. I'm just going to make you guys wait a little longer because I'm just such an ass. And I want you to enjoy the story and follow it in a way that's going to be easier for you to understand. So let's talk to a few of these, and then we're going to head back into sequence 6.
I know everyone thinks I'm being silly, but I can't shake the feeling we're being watched.
We are being watched. By Juno. Or some version of her.
Do you think it's a recording? Or is she a ghost? Or something else? Is she talking to us the way Minerva talked to Ezio?
No clue. I mean, who knows what else they were working on down here? There's still so many rooms we don't have access to.
But do you think she's like literally down here, waiting somewhere, still alive?
Still alive? That's mental. That means she'd be at least 75, 80,000 years old? Well, powerful, yeah, but not that powerful.
They came down here looking for a way to survive. Maybe they found one.
Ah, that is very interesting. I would like to see how that turns out. Maybe we're actually going to see them alive in the end. That would be rather cool. It's an interesting plot twist there.
Son?
Father.
I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have lashed out like that.
Shit happens.
You have to understand, I've never been very good at this. Never mind that we live rather extraordinary lives.
Yeah, I kinda liked my ordinary one.
You can't escape who you are, Desmond.
So I've noticed.
Look, it's silly for us to go back and forth like this. I admit, I did a shitty job raising you. I apologize, I'm sorry. But it's important you understand it didn't come from a bad place. You're my son. I love you. I guess I was so busy trying to make sure nothing bad happened, I didn't consider the consequences. Truce.
Oh, you ain't gonna say anything? We'll leave it at that. We'll wait till next time. Let's talk to Sean.
Ah, Desmond, there you are. Can I ask a favor?
No.
Maybe?
When this is all over, I'd like to try turning the dial back on the Animus. Like, all the way back. To the time of the first civilization.
You think it would work?
There was no real loss of fidelity when you visited Altair. Then again, that was about 1,000 years ago, and I'm looking at going back at least 70,000 more.
Sure, I'd be up for it. Be interesting to see what things were like back then.
Excellent. I think it would prove most enlightening.
Could that be Assassin's Creed 4, ladies and gentlemen? Spoiler! No, I'm just kidding. But that would be really, really cool if Assassin's Creed 4 took us back to a pre-civilization where flying monkeys rule the world and you ate pickles like ice cream and drinks were made out of candy canes. Yeah, there you go, Carrie. See? She thinks out of the box, and that's why I like her. Alright, so I'm done boring you guys. Okay, I love her. Sorry about that. Oof, I got punched there. Let's check out our email before we leave here. Alright, so we're not going to replay any mission. We don't need to do that. We're awesome. We've already read all those. Alright. William Miles is disappointed, or should I say I'm disappointed. In case you haven't noticed, we're knee-deep in the shit here. What a way to start out a sentence. Alright, so you guys can read these and I'll read them, of course, when I watch the video. What the hell? Maybe there's like a hidden message in here. I see Joe. I don't see anything else. It just says hello. Could that be like the early civilization talking to us? Maybe that's how they. Could you imagine if the first civilization that was their alphabet? And how would they say that? Dollar and seriously, that would be an awesome language to speak. You'd be like, what the f are they saying? I wish I knew binary code. Okay, so we're like on November 3rd. What date are we on right now? Alright, so this is about Hatham. Let's see here. I've been doing some digging on Hatham's blades. Still not 100% sure where they came from. My initial instinct was he started out as an assassin. I believe his father was one, in fact, but it appears he was a Templar from pretty early on. Maybe he took them from someone. It's happened before, and they're quite handy. I'm surprised more Templars haven't put them to use. Pretty easy to build a pair if you know what you're doing. Alright, so that kind of shakes the story up of was he a full-fledged assassin or not. Alright, so there we go. We opened up a little bit more of the story. Hope you guys got to read a little bit, a little pause gameplay for you. Alright, so what do you say we jump back into the Animus here, have some fun, and finally get into this game after like 5 hours into it, where we can actually be a full-fledged assassin with all of our skills, our blades, and our awesomeness abound. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to start Sequence 6. It's go time.
Good luck, Desmond.